UW 360 is proudly supported by Pacific Office Automation, copy, print, workflow, and IT. Problem solved.
Hi everyone, I'm Carolyn Douglas. Welcome to UW 360. The University of Washington's boxing club has made a name for itself by taking on some of the toughest teams in college sports. But their coach is also determined to teach them how to succeed outside the ring. Stacy Sakamoto introduces us to some boxers who are doing just that.
It's fight time!
They're some of the best in the University of Washington's boxing club. Students who have made it through highly selective club tryouts and rigorous practices.
Feedback, give them some feedback.
But more than that,
and if you want to see me in the boxing ring, I box till the bell goes ding ding.
They have that intangible quality
A little bit wild in there.
that head coach Christopher Mendez calls heart.
There you go.
Mendez boxed as a cadet at the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. He began coaching Washington's boxing club 5 years ago, trying to instill in his athletes discipline and dedication, not just to boxing, but every aspect of their lives.
Being at practice on time, being accountable, keeping their grades, trying to get that 3.4 GPA, working together as a team, the discipline to be at practice consistently. Those are all life lessons that they will learn in the real world when they get out there.
Coach will teach us how to box, but before everything else, we're a student, and he calls us a scholar athlete.
In January, the club took on some of the biggest names in collegiate boxing when it hosted the main event at the Washington Athletic Club. Among the Washington boxers, two-time All-American Richard Van Sicklen and freshman Jocelyn Robles. It was her first collegiate fight.
You're gonna do great, man.
Minutes before her fight, Robles was in tears over the recent death of a family member.
Today, you're gonna rock it. Okay.
Mendez helped her focus by recalling the death of his brother years ago.
I know you got a lot of stuff going on right now, but I believe in you.
Give her every opportunity to bow out, go spend time with your family, take the test. She says, no, coach, I've committed, I'm gonna do this. And so she went and fought and won.
Then it was Van Sicklen's turn. He faced a boxer from the Naval Academy, his coach's nemesis.
We went into that third round even. He lost a round and won a round, so he needed to win that last round.
And your winner by split decision, out of the red corner, Richard Van Sicklen.
We're gonna finish strong. Beat Navy, baby. You beat Navy. You beat Navy.
Van Sicklen also won the Outstanding Boxer Award, something he would never have dreamed of when he and his family were in a homeless shelter.
Honestly, I've had a hard past. I just think about my mom. I gave her a phone call before this, and I might cry. But yeah, I just think about my mom, and it just pumps me up a lot because she went through a lot to raise me by herself, and so yeah, it means a lot. So
if a guy can go through that type of circumstance and succeed and have the level of confidence that he has now, which I know this team has given him, the guy's destined to succeed.
All right. Who are we? Huskies! What are we? Boxers! What are you gonna do? Knock him out! Are you fired up? Fired up! Fired up! Fired up!
We'll be right back. Welcome back to UW 360. Here at the UW, the Husky baseball program is one of the best in the country. And one player who truly proves that is outfielder Braden Bishop. He's not only a top professional prospect, he's also taking the biggest swing of his life to battle a devastating disease. Aaron Mayofsky reports.
My mom is one of 5 million Americans who suffer from Alzheimer's.
Husky's Braden Bishop is on a mission to help strike out Alzheimer's, a disease slowly robbing his mother's life.
Just this little kid running around, my mom's throwing me wiffle balls, and like, I'll never forget it. We'd walk there with the dog, and then I'd hit the ball, the dog would go chase it and bring it back to my mom, and we just keep doing it all day. It's like, those memories I'll never forget.
Bishop's mom, Susie, was diagnosed with the crippling disease last fall. She's young, just 54. Only 5% of all Alzheimer's patients are under 60.
I remember I was sitting in my apartment when they told me, and you know, it just knocked me off my feet. I remember I was sitting on the couch and I just slipped onto the ground. Like, I didn't even know what to do, to talk to.
Bishop gets that foot down there. He lets the ball travel. Nice job, stays behind it, and just shoots it into right field.
He always writes "for Mom" on his forearm, and he borrows my Sharpie to write it on there often enough. I think it does weigh on him at times, but he's done a great job of using his love for his mom, his support for his mom as inspiration to get him through those tough days on the baseball field, tough days academically, tough days that life throws at you.
Yeah, usually I'll write it on game days, and you know, it's just something to remind me of why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know, it's my motivation.
For Braden Bishop, baseball has always been about the numbers, like batting average and slugging percentage. But the numbers that really hit home are the ones he'd like to erase forever.
Every 67 seconds, somebody in the U.S. develops the disease.
My name is Braden Bishop. I just wanted to wish my mom Susie a happy Mother's Day and all the other moms out there. We're so thankful for you and your support, especially my mom. Going through some tough times with Mom, we're all here for you and we love you.
And when it comes to hometown support, the Husky baseball program hit a home run with Braden, helping raise money through approved fundraisers.
We could do a charity event where we can lift some weight, get some people involved that may not know much about UW, may not know that much about Alzheimer's, get them in there and also raise some money, raise some awareness, and let Braden know that, you know, we have his back.
It's been overwhelming for me just to see how many people want to join in and fight with me. I guess that's the hardest part is, you know, trying to stay in the moment and only go day by day because you never know which moment's going to be the last one. And, you know, it is scary to think, hey, she might not even remember who I am come my wedding day, or if I make a Major League debut one day, she might not remember that.
Seattle selects Braden Bishop, a center fielder, the University of Washington.
So those things are tough, but like I said, you know, you never know which moment's going to be your last moment with her. So, you know, I just try and take every moment just one at a time and enjoy it as much as possible.
You'll see the writing on a lot of the players' arms today, and it says "for Mom." And
she's the same, you know, beautiful person that we all love, and I think that is the biggest thing that we can bring to the table as, you know, outsiders of the family, is that just treating her the same and just being the same loving people that we have been in the past, because that's what she is to us as well.
It's not a matter of time, but it's a matter of, you know, how many times can I tell her I love her? I love her. Yeah.
Bow Down to Washington, the official fight song of the UW, was written 100 years ago and was first played at Denny Field in 1915. Stacy Sakamoto looks back at the history of this unique song and why it's been so revered by so many for so long.
2, 3, 4.
It's really a very, very unique fight song. I think it's the only one in the country that starts in a minor key.
1, 2, ready, and.
You're getting ready to play, and now you hear your fight song. It's us against you. You're ready to go. It kind of arms you for battle, so to speak.
It's the true meaning of being a Husky is playing this song as we like barrel down the field.
Yeah! University of Washington alumnus Lester Wilson wrote "Bow Down to Washington" in 1915, when the school newspaper held a contest for a new song. The sole purpose? To rally the team against the California Golden Bears.
It was obviously a really nasty rivalry.
Husky band director Brad McDavid says Wilson was awarded the $25 prize, and "Bow Down" eventually became the fight song. It's revered by generations of students, including 98-year-old Bert Pound, who played it in the Husky band in the 1930s.
It's like the national anthem.
McDavid calls for the song about a dozen times every home game. Sometimes the full minute-long version, sometimes the shorter fanfare, affectionately dubbed "Bow Little."
If there's only 10 seconds in between plays, hey, I can still get it in there and the crowd can still feed off of it.
McDavid says the song isn't easy to sing, but that hasn't stopped students and alumni from taking a shot.
Bow down to Washington! Whoop, whoop! Bow down to Washington! Whoop, whoop!
Mighty are the men who wear the purple and the gold. Joyfully we welcome them within the victor's fold. We will carve their name in the Hall of Fame to preserve the memory of our devotion.
Go ahead and help the foes of Washington, the trampling at the feet of mighty Washington.
It's more nostalgic for former athletes like basketball coach Lorenzo Romar. He first heard "Bow Down" when he was a Husky star in the 1970s, but he says it means even more to him now.
You start to remember all those that were before you, that went to battle, all those before you that wore the jersey, that put on the football pads, that all of that, and this is representing all of us. This is a culmination of Husky athletics.
We'll be right back.
Here's Schloredt, he's looking for the big one. There's the alley-ooper down there. That's McKeta. Down to the Oregon State 28-yard line.
They are two players from two of the greatest teams in Husky football history.
Rose Bowl's good right now after the game, but before the game was all Cougars.
Quarterback Bob Schloredt and running back Don McKeta led the Dogs to a 21-2 record during a 2-year span from 1959 to 1960.
Rose, McKeta, he's got it!
We were a damn good football team. We were 48 guys committed to success. It's certainly an honor to be part here, and looking back at the time it was when we played and the way the stadium was and everything.
Strolling through the Husky Hall of Fame, Schloredt and McKeta reminisce about the good old days.
The uniforms are different, and the athletes are different, and everything's different right now.
That's too bad they get away from playing the real football.
Right up the middle. Schloredt in there for a TD.
The real football, back in 1959, meant two platoon football. You played offense and defense. For 2 seasons, Bob Schloredt was the starting quarterback for the Huskies, but he also played cornerback on the defense. Don McKeta played halfback on offense, cornerback on defense. His decisive interception in the 4th quarter of the 1961 Rose Bowl against Minnesota secured a win for the Huskies.
The rollout for Knopfsinger. Intercepted. Myers. Touchdown.
Washington's stellar defense gave up only 65 points for the entire regular season. On offense, the combination of Schloredt to McKeta thrilled the Husky Nation time and time again.
He has plenty of time. Montgomery. They put the stop on Don McKeta. 52-yard play.
The 59 Huskies go 9-1 during the regular season and earn their first trip to the Rose Bowl since 1944. They will face the heavily favored Wisconsin Badgers.
You can sense when somebody has respect for you or no respect. And when we came together as two teams, they were sort of obnoxious. It lit a fire. Yeah, it was great.
The so-called fire ignites a 44-8 incineration of Wisconsin. It is the very first Rose Bowl win in Husky football history.
And then we just flat kicked the heck out of them.
Husky domination continues the following year. In 1960, with just one loss to Navy, the Huskies make another trip to the Rose Bowl. This time, they will meet a more formidable foe, the #1 ranked Minnesota Golden Gophers.
They look like the #1 team.
Once again, the Huskies are big underdogs to a Big Ten champ. It doesn't seem to matter. Washington upsets Minnesota 17-7. The Dogs finish the season 10-1 and are awarded the Helms Foundation Award for being the best team in the nation.
It was just a special, special time.
Don and Bob, congratulations. Thank you very much.
It was a different time and a different game, but Don, McKeta, and Bob Schloredt know it's an honor to be remembered in this Hall of Fame, for they played key roles on two of the best Husky teams of all time.
It was special. The electricity, the respect, our accomplishments that we were able to do, and the way we were embraced. It's a feeling you just can't describe.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to UW 360 from Alaska Airlines Arena and HECAD Pavilion, home of Husky basketball. Thousands of UW athletes have gone on to incredible careers, both on and off the court. And one of those athletes has really made her mark in this community. Erin Mayofsky shows us how she's gone from inspiring fans here in the bleachers to saving lives in Seattle.
You see that she is guarding you. You need to be like, I'm going to do my. Now, though, the city is different, that you can work anywhere. So
this is Michelle Perkins' home court, a team player inside the Seattle Fire Department.
Ooh, you don't look, and he's starting to sweat. You don't.
A firefighter paramedic. Back in the 90s, the Huskies' power forward was lighting it up on the floor, leading the Dogs. Not even 2 severe knee injuries would keep her down, especially now.
You ready? I think I have a unique job. I think that I've had the privilege of serving people in a way. I mean, I've had people cheer for me for years. And so I've had now the opportunity to kind of give back into the same community that cheered for me.
Perkins says the University of Washington helped shape her life. A rigorous basketball schedule, coupled with being a student athlete, made her who she is today. Once a Husky, always a Husky.
Like, I will go on a run, and they remind me that, like, hey, didn't I watch you play? And it makes me like what? I'm focused on the patient. And when there's a moment, oftentimes people, I'm always a Husky. Even though I'm here and in a different uniform, people remember that. And I think that it's really great.
But now Perkins is recognized for more important things like saving lives. The University of Washington School of Medicine has a terrific partnership with the Seattle Fire Department. And Perkins is center court, knowing firsthand why teamwork is crucial to saving someone's life. It is the ultimate assist.
We receive some of the best training in the world. We have amazing doctors. We get great clinic and rotation opportunities, and they really let us get hands-on because they know that we're going to be working with them in the future, that we are starting the pre-hospital care that's bringing these patients to them. What happened?
The idea that her life experience includes the high-level team sports, it just communicates to me right off the bat that she knows how to train, she knows how to perform, and she knows how to receive the feedback. And that's one of the great things about Michelle, is that she is always trying to improve her performance. And in this case, it's the paramedicine, but you know, University of Washington, it was the basketball.
Michelle Perkins has been with the Seattle Fire Department for 16 years. She's handled hundreds of situations, but there was one that happened when she was first on the job. Perkins was called to a home where a woman was in cardiac arrest, and little did she know that that emergency would really hit home.
It was her rookie year, 2002, with the department when she received her first Medic 7 call. Cardiac arrest for UW athlete Kayla Burt, who was unconscious, dying.
On New Year's Eve, we get a run, and I see a girl literally in the same issued gear that we used to wear, right? Like, you know, the UW, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And then I called after we resuscitated her and we got a pulse back. The girls, the teammates were like, the coach is on the phone, she wants to talk to you. And sure enough, it was the assistant coach, the same assistant coach I had.
Not only does Michelle save lives, she builds lives.
You see that she is guarding you. You need to be like her.
When she's not with her fire department team, she's following her roots back to her early playing days at Lakeside High School, always giving back.
Brilliant. You always ask for the love. You're asking the guards for a tough pass.
Michelle Perkins, inspiring, incredible, instrumental with everyone this former Husky touches.
I have two daughters. They're both athletes. I would be proud if they would grow up to be like Michelle.
I've lived a fantastic life, and I think I've served others in a wonderful way. And I would just tell people to continue to dream and not to set limits, and don't allow other people to set limits, because a lot of people didn't think this is the place that I could be.
Michelle says when she's not helping save lives with the Seattle Fire Department, she's spending as much time as possible with her family. And every once in a while, you might catch her right here at HECAD watching the Huskies. And that does it for this edition of UW 360. If you'd like more information on any of the stories you saw today, just head to our website at uwtv.org/UW360. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter. I'm Carolyn Douglas. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time with all new stories from the University of Washington.